Hi, my name is Emily Carpenter. I'm a nursing major, and my major research topic was human euthanasia. Human euthanasia is basically assisted suicide. Sadly, it is not legalized in the US today due to it being frowned upon. People do not believe you should be able to easily be put down in simple terms because all human life is good. I was initially interested in this topic because one of my friends had brought it up around the time of our first writing project. In The Future of Assisted Suicide and Euthanasia by Neil M. Gorsuch, the first case was in 1990 on June 4th. Again, it is not legalized today due to it being frowned upon, but in Attitudes to Animal Euthanasia Do Not Correlate with Acceptance of Human Euthanasia or Suicide by Ogden T. Kinnison and S.A. May, vets did not originally like the idea of euthanizing animals. So the newer vets would go in and not like it, but after a while they realized that these animals that were in pain and were already dying, it was just better to put them out of their misery than let them to continue to live like that and die in a horrible manner. In Euthanasia as a Way to Realize the Human Right to the Death with Dignity by M. Brovko, he talks about the fact that we have the right to die with dignity. Let's say someone's in pain or they know they're gonna die soon. They don't want to no longer look like themselves, which happens a lot. They want to look normal and let their families see them in a good way at their funeral or such. Most people get really skinny and just look very sickly when they pass away. There's also the fact that there's a lot of Alzheimer's and diseases that make you lose your mind or memory. This means that most people with those diseases don't know who their loved ones are, they don't know where they are, and they end up in a hospital that is more like a prison than a home, when they already have no clue who they are anymore. That is no way for a person to live. The most surprising thing about this topic would be that it is legalized in a lot of other countries, but it's not here, even though we are supposed to have the right to our own bodies. Knowing about it in the medical field will help me out a lot because I am going to be a nurse, and one day when it hopefully becomes legalized, I will know a lot of facts and how it works and why people would want to do it, and maybe even the reasons we should and shouldn't do it to certain people. I feel like there should be a good reason to want to be euthanized. The most challenging thing about this major research topic was finding sources and finding people who have already spoke on this idea and making my own ideas about the topic. Where it is so frowned upon, it is not talked about a lot at all, which means that it is very hard to find anything about this topic to create your own ideas. So I loved the fact that I was able to find a bunch of little sources and compile them into one big essay to make other people understand what this is really about and that it isn't such a bad thing. If I could change something about my major research topic, I would probably change the whole topic in itself. It was a very, like I said, hard thing to write about since, again, there is no sources. Most people do not like the idea of this topic. They don't agree with it, which means that not a lot of people are going to agree with me. But I'm hoping from this writing project that I am able to change people's minds and help them to understand that it is not as bad as it sounds.